So today, if you have your Tuesday, November 10th work, you'll see the objective is that we are going to find the x and y intercept of a line given its graph. And the intercept in mathematics, an intercept is a point on the y-axis or x-axis through which the slope of the line passes. It is the y-coordinate of a point where the straight line or curve intersects the axis. And again, that can be on the x or y axis. So again, if we're thinking about it in simpler terms, it just means where the line crosses the x or y axis. So if we look at number 1 and we think about the answers, we always put our answers as ordered pairs. That's x comma y. And this is true for every single one that we'll do. The x-intercept is always where the y value is 0. And the y-intercept is always where the x value is 0. So you're only putting the number in for x for the x-intercept, and you're only going to put the number in for y for the y-intercept. So if you want to, you can go through all of these quickly and put your ordered pairs in and put 0 for the x and 0 for the y for both of those intercepts. But if we look at this one specifically, our x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. So this is my x-axis, and it crosses right here. So it wants us to find out what that point is, and obviously that point is 1, 2. So it is 2, 0. The same thing goes for the y-intercept. We're looking at our y-axis and seeing where the line crosses the y-axis. And this is a common mistake I see. This is below the x-axis, so these are all negative values down here. So make sure you're putting a negative in your answer. So this is negative 2 where it crosses here. Similarly on the x, if the line was over here, all of these are negative values. It's in the positives though for the x-intercept, it's in the negative for the y. So our y-intercept is 0, negative 2, and our x-intercept is 2, 0. Again, very similar thing for number 2. We're going to go ahead and put blank, 0 for our x-intercept and 0, blank for our y-intercept. And that is what we are going to try to find. So again, starting with our x, we're looking at our x-axis and the line crosses right here. And again, that's actually the same as the other one. That is at 2. So 2, 0 will be our x-intercept. And then if we look at our y-intercept, it is in the positives this time, so that is positive 2. So 0, 2 for the y-intercept. And if we look back at the first two, a lot of people might confuse those or forget negatives. Those two are almost opposite lines. If you look, the direction of the two lines is the opposite, and they have different y-intercepts. So be very careful about putting in the correct intercepts. It will make your line and your equations totally different when we get to that. And then the last one we'll do together, number 3. Sorry if this is shaky. So same thing, we need to put in blank, 0 for our x-intercept and 0, blank for our y. And now I'm going to find those two intercepts. So the first thing I'm going to find is my x. And if we look closely again, this is to the left of the origin, so that means our x-intercept is going to be negative. So this is negative 1. Don't put net positive 1 in there. And then if we look at our y, it is also below the origin, so that will also be negative, and it crosses all the way down here at negative 5. So our x-intercept is negative 1, 0. And our y-intercept is 0, negative 5.